ಮಧುರ ಭಾಷಿಣಿ.
Welcome to Midday Prime. In the next 1 hour, we'll get you all the stories and updates from India and the world. We'll update you about the happenings in the world of business and sports. And this is your one-stop show for all that matters, where we cut all the noise, bring you news as it happens. I'm Anil Thomas. Let's get started with the big news of this hour. Free COVID-19 vaccines to everyone above the age of 18 years from today. Over 28 crore doses of vaccines administered so far. Daily recoveries continue to outnumber the daily new cases for the 39th consecutive day. Union Home Minister Amit Shah appeals to all citizens to get vaccinated, visits vaccination centers in Gujarat. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan asked people to follow COVID protocols, including wearing face masks and maintaining social distance even after getting vaccinated. 7th International Day of Yoga being celebrated across the globe today. This year's theme is Yoga for Wellness. President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President Venkaiah Naidu extend greetings to citizens. In his address on the 7th International Day of Yoga, Prime Minister Narendra Modi says yoga has emerged as a ray of hope in the post-pandemic world. And Yoga app helps us achieve our One World, One Health motto. Special events being organized across the world on International Day of Yoga. In India, yoga programs are being held at 75 heritage sites as the country celebrates Azadi Ka Mahotsav on 75 years of India's independence. 3 LET terrorists killed in an encounter in Jammu and Kashmir, Sopore. Top LET terrorist Mudassar Pandit, who was involved in killing of 3 policemen among the neutralized terrorists in the encounter. In sports, today is day 4 of the ongoing World Test Championship final between India and New Zealand. On day 3, New Zealand ended the day at 101 for 2. Well, let's now begin the bulletin with the big story. Well, world's largest free vaccination campaign, Vaccines for All, Free for All, began today by the central government. Everyone above the age of 18 years are being provided free vaccine doses against COVID from today as the central government revised its liberalized and accelerated vaccination policy. So far, vaccines were free for people of 45 years of age and above. Vaccines will be available free of cost in government-run vaccination centers. Government of India is providing free vaccines to all states and union territories. The central government has provided 30 crore vaccine doses so far. 3 vaccines have been approved in India so far, and several new vaccines are in the approval process. Marking the significant event, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said central government is beginning the free vaccination for all campaign for every Indian from today. The biggest beneficiary of this phase of India's vaccination drive shall be the poor, the middle class and the youth of the country. All of us should pledge to get ourselves vaccinated. Together, we'll defeat COVID-19. Earlier this month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced free vaccination for all adults from today. He had also asserted that the vaccine supply should be increased significantly in the country in the coming days. The government has urged citizens to ignore rumors about vaccines as they are safe. One can visit www.cov.win.gov.in to register and get full details on vaccination centers and vaccines. One must follow COVID-appropriate behavior even after vaccination. The central government will buy 75% of the vaccines produced by pharma companies and distribute them among the states and the union territories free of cost to vaccinate everyone above the age of 18. Private sector hospitals can continue to procure 25% of vaccines, but their service charge is being capped at 150 rupees per dose over the fixed price of the vaccine. Registration on CoWIN or Arogya Setu app is no more mandatory. Citizens can now walk in at all vaccination centers, government and private, and would be provided with on-site registration facilities for both individuals as well as groups. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today asked everyone to take the vaccine against COVID-19. He was speaking after attending an event organized in the national capital on the occasion of International Day of Yoga. He also asked people to follow COVID protocols, including wearing masks and maintaining social distance. He further urged people to make yoga an integral part of their lives.
वैक्सीन लगवाने के कार्यक्रम को भी बड़ा आंदोलन बनाएं और अपने परिवारजनों के जीवन में योग को भी एक बड़े आंदोलन के रूप में विकसित होने में अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन करें, अपने स्वास्थ्य की रक्षा करें, मास्क पहने रहकर 2 गज की दूरी बनाए रखकर लगातार साबुन से हाथों को धोते रहकर और अनावश्यक भीड़ में जाने की जो हमारी प्रक्रिया है, आदत है, उससे जितना भी अधिक बच सकते हैं उससे बचकर हम अपने को और अपने आसपास अपने साथियों को कोविड से सुरक्षा प्रदान करें.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah today visited a vaccination center at Pandit Deen Dayal Hall in Ahmedabad's Bodakdev locality along with senior officials of the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. The Home Minister's visit to the vaccination center is aimed at encouraging people to become part of the Gujarat government's mega inoculation drive beginning today. The Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation has said that it plans to vaccinate 1 lakh people every day as part of this mega inoculation drive. Addressing the media, the Union Home Minister appealed to the people to get vaccinated while adding the process of vaccination will be sped up in the coming months across the country.
भारत सरकार के निर्णय से कोरोना के खिलाफ हमारे देश के नागरिकों के बचाव के लिए एक महत्वपूर्ण कदम जो भारत सरकार ने उठाया है, इससे सभी को राहत मिलेगी. मेरी देश के सभी नागरिकों से भी अपील है कि जल्द से जल्द टीका लगाएं और जिन्होंने पहला टीका लगा चुके हैं और सरकार की गाइडलाइंस के हिसाब से उनकी समय की मर्यादा खत्म हुई है, वो भी दूसरा टीका जरूर लगा लें.
The Union Minister also inaugurated the Vaishno Devi flyover and the Kodiyar Bridge in Gandhinagar. Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani was also present at the event. Later, Amit Shah inaugurated a railway bridge and an APMC building in Kalol in Gandhinagar district of Gujarat. BJP President JP Nadda visited a vaccination center at the Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital in New Delhi today. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan also visited along with the BJP President. BJP President stressed that the nation is part of the world's largest and fastest vaccination campaign. He added that party workers are creating awareness on every booth and encouraging people to get their jabs.
हमारे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता भी बूथ बूथ पर मोदी जी का संदेश कि वैक्सीनेशन किया जाए और कोई भी वैक्सीनेशन से बचे नहीं, सब कोई वैक्सीनेशन कराएं, इस संदेश को लेकर के हर बूथ पर अपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी का काउंटर लगा है और वह आने वाले लोगों को सुविधा प्रदान कर रहे हैं ताकि उनको कोई भी दिक्कत वैक्सीनेशन में ना आए और दूसरे डोज के लिए उनको याद भी दिला रहे हैं ताकि वो वैक्सीनेशन के लिए उसका उपयोग कर सके और उस दिन को का सदुपयोग कर सके और वैक्सीनेटेड हो जाएं।
He underlined Centre's progressive roadmap for the vaccination campaign. BJP President added that the nation will have enough doses for complete vaccination.
में 10 करोड़ प्रोडक्शन हो जाएगा, जुलाई महीने में 17 करोड़ पर मंथ प्रोडक्शन हो जाएगा, अगस्त महीने में 19 करोड़ प्रोडक्शन हो जाएगा, सितंबर महीने में 42 करोड़ पर मंथ डोजेज होंगी और नवंबर महीने में 56 करोड़ डोजेज बनेंगी और दिसंबर महीने में 59 करोड़ पर मंथ डोजेज बनेंगी। इसको टोटल कर दिया जाए तो 257 करोड़ डोजेज बाय दिसंबर भारत के पास होगा और इसलिए डबल डोज लगाने के लिए भारत पूरे स्विंग में तैयार है। इस बात को हमको समझना चाहिए।
In Leh, visible enthusiasm witnessed among the people with regard to the world's largest vaccination drive, which began from today across the country. People were seen queuing up in large numbers, maintaining COVID protocols, including wearing masks and maintaining adequate social distancing. Our correspondent Ramesh Chandra took stock of the situation on ground zero and spoke to some of the people who got their jabs today.
झारखंड से आए हुए यहाँ पे 54 आरसीसी काम करने के लिए हम लोग आज कोविड का वैक्सीन देने का दिन था, तो हम लोग आए हुए वैक्सीन लिए। हम लोग आधा घंटा आराम किए हैं, हम लोग को ऐसे कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही है। अभी तक आराम कर लिए, अब जाएंगे टेंट और टेंट में आराम करेंगे।
हम लोग को वैक्सीन लगाने वाला सब मजदूर को खुशी है। हम लोग दुमके जिला से जितने मजदूर आए हैं सब वैक्सीन ले लिए हैं।
He also spoke to the organizer of one of the vaccination camps. Let's listen in.
ये जितने भी लेफ्ट आउट पेशेंट है उनको हम एक वैक्सीनेशन ड्राइव चला रहे हैं 5-6 दिन के लिए, जो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग सेकंड डोज ऑफ शेड्यूल्स, ठीक है सर। उसमें ये मैक्सिमम यहाँ पर जो खारदूम ब्लॉक में 700+ जो है लेबर है जो बेकिन वाले हैं जिनको रिसीव नहीं हुआ है। कल परसों हमारे अंदर 3 PSC और भी है, पनामिक, तुर्तुक और खारदूम। वो कल से हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। वहाँ पर भी 300-400 पेशेंट है, इंक्लूडिंग ये लद्दाखी भी है, नॉन लद्दाखी भी है, बाकी नेपाली भी है इंक्लूड। उनको हम मैक्सिमम जितने भी हो गए कंप्लीट करने, जो हमारा टारगेट है 100%, वो एटलीस्ट हमारा नुब्रा ब्लॉक से सभी फर्स्ट डोज जो है मैक्सिमम वैक्सीनेट हो जाए। यही हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है इसमें।
Well, vaccine mela is being organized in Karnataka on the occasion of International Day of Yoga. The government aims to target 5 to 7 lakh inoculations today. The special drive will include all groups, including the 18 to 44 age groups, 45+ and frontline warriors. Over 13,000 vaccination sites have been set up across the southern state. And the government has more than 15 lakh vaccine doses available. Well, we've got a correspondent standing by, joining us from Bangalore and also from Mumbai. We've got Aisha Khanam joining us from Bangalore. We've got Shama Mishra joining us from Mumbai. Coming to you, Aisha, first. Looking at that target that's been set, how feasible does it look for the entire state of Karnataka, getting vaccinated? Is there a timeline that's been set?
Well, Anil, the target is for a single day. That is by today evening. The Karnataka government hopes to achieve this target of about 5 to 7 lakhs, and the government is very confident and hopeful about this target, because the government says that today, on the occasion of International Yoga Day, over 13,000 vaccination sites are active across the state, and if each PHC carries about 500 inoculations, then by evening at least 6.5 lakh, over 60 lakh, 6.5 lakh vaccinations would have been done on a single day. For Karnataka government, this is not a magic figure or any ambitious plan, because recently Karnataka government achieved 3 lakh vaccinations on a single day. So the government hopes that on a day like this, where there is a special drive, where people can walk in freely and get themselves vaccinated, and also the fact that in Karnataka, the vaccine hesitancy among the age group of 18 to 44 is not at all visible. It is almost a willingness. People are coming forward to get vaccinated. See, Bangalore has a huge population of IT, and since the state is an IT-driven state,
Okay.
so there is no difficulty in finding the vaccine sites or vaccine centers. So people are coming forward, and there is a huge enthusiasm among the 18 plus age group. So far Karnataka government has vaccinated over 1.8 crore population, and the government hopes that by the end of November it would aim to inoculate the entire population. So at the moment, if we see as per the government's data, if there are 15 people being vaccinated across the country, one is from Karnataka. So that is the kind of data, that is the kind of ambitious milestone that the government has kept itself today before it, and 7 lakh vaccinations. And today we saw that when the Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa inaugurated the Lasika Mela, the vaccine Maha Abhiyan is called Lasika Mela here in the regional language.
Okay.
There was a lot of enthusiasm, not only among the people who came to get vaccinated, but also among the medical staff, the nurses, the young nursing staff who were coming forward to assist people and help them get vaccinated. And also the government is bringing vaccination to the doorstep as well. There are mobile vans, and the government is also conducting drive-in vaccination camps wherein you can just drive in to a mall and get yourself vaccinated even without getting down from the car. So these are the facilities that the government is offering to the people at their convenience, and hope that they will achieve the target, and and the state will be one among the top states to vaccinate the entire population. And as Dr. Devi Shetty, who is from Karnataka, while speaking to DD News, said, if the population is vaccinated fully, the third wave, which the people fear, will be nothing but a common cold wave. So that is the aim before the government, to see to that everyone is vaccinated and they are safe, and they take care and also stay safe from the third wave as such.
Okay, we've also got Shama standing by giving us an update from Mumbai. Shama, is there a timeline that the state of Maharashtra has set? It's purely in terms of, there's no comparison between a Karnataka and a Maharashtra, but is there a timeline that the Maharashtra government has set when it comes to inoculating every person in the state?
For the fact that the largest mega drive for vaccination for the age group of 18 to 44 has begun all over in the nation. Maharashtra and the people of Maharashtra will have to wait a little longer, because Maharashtra is not conducting that age group vaccination, but Maharashtra is conducting the vaccination drive for 30 and plus age group here in Mumbai and all over Maharashtra. So yes, every day the aim is for about 4 lakh people to be getting inoculated, but till the time that they have doses, vaccination doses in proper amount, and they are clear that every center would not be having crowd of people, they would not be starting to conduct 18 plus the vaccination drive. However, the students who have to go abroad to study and they have to get their visas, they require certificates of vaccination, and those people, for them the vaccination drive is completely on. They can go to their centers. 7 centers have been allocated, especially in Mumbai, and they can get their scheduled appointment and get themselves inoculated. Apart from that, the physically challenged are also having this facility or the availability that they can get themselves inoculated even if they are above 18 plus or below 29 or below 30. So yes, Maharashtra, like we've said, will take some time to include the 18 plus category as well. But for now, we are seeing that Maharashtra, as far as the worst cases, number of cases is concerned, Maharashtra stands first. But now the number of cases have gone down, and with that, we are also seeing the inoculation. The number of total vaccination that has been administered is also the maximum in Maharashtra, and that is more than 2 crore 76 lakh. And each day, I've also already mentioned that the target is 4 lakh, and close to 4 lakh, 3.5 lakh people are getting inoculated every day. So the Maharashtra people, Mumbaikars are getting inoculated, and even when today or the vaccination drive of 30 to 44 had begun, this began on Saturday, and this will continue. So people, 50% of the doses that have been kept are for the people who can directly walk in and get themselves registered. and 50% is for online category. So each category is the situation is a win-win for each category, and we are seeing huge number of people coming out to various centers, because in Mumbai itself close to 250 centers have been organized for inoculating people, and we are seeing people enthusiastically coming forward and taking this opportunity to get themselves inoculated, protecting themselves and the society as a whole.
Okay. Aisha, coming to you, looking at the way at this point of time, you said there is a mega drive that's on, targets that have been set. But there is also rumor mongering that keeps happening. The health minister, the union health minister stressed on, this particular battle about rumor mongering, especially when it comes to vaccine, also needs to be fought tooth and nail. How successful has the state government been, especially in this fight, when it comes to keeping rumors at bay, when it comes to the safety with vaccines?
Well, it has a very little effect in Karnataka, I feel, because right from the beginning, Karnataka has been in the forefront and educating people. There are communities who are, coming together to organize a vaccine camp for people in particular communities as such. So these rumor mongering is being quelled at the stages of community level as such. So the government is trying to educate the peer leaders in the community so that they tell people, they propagate the message that these rumors are nothing but discouraging them from being safe. So that is how the Karnataka government has taken forward this drive to get the people vaccinated here. And also, as I said, IT is, information technology is one fact that is coming handy for the government here, because using the information technology, sending across messages, various websites by the government, the health department and the Bangalore Municipal Corporation, there is information, a free flow of information available to the people. So they access this information, they know that the information that is loaded here on these sites is right, and they are coming forward and getting vaccinated. As I said, the age group between 18 to 44 is very enthusiastic right from the beginning. Even this age group, even when it was not their turn, they were very active in taking forward the senior citizens taking the senior citizens to the vaccination sites and camps to get them vaccinated. So here in Karnataka, there is a very little effect about the rumor mongering, but it is the communities, the community leaders are trying to quell these rumors at their level, like the residential apartments, the people in different clubs, they are talking to each other and they are giving information, sending out details about the vaccines. So here, right now, as I said, right now, the target which the government has set about 7 lakhs. So government hopes to achieve that. If the government had been fighting the rumors here, the government would not have been able to reach 3 lakh per day, and now today's target of 7 lakh in a single day. So it looks like in Karnataka, the rumor mongering is little has taken
Okay, Aisha, to hold your thoughts. Let's get across live at this point of time in Srinagar, where Dilbagh Singh is addressing the media.
देते हैं और इनोसेंट कश्मीरियों का खून बहाते हैं। इस नेक्सस को तोड़ना है, इस नेक्सस को डिस्ट्रॉय करना है, ताकि जो पीस एंड डेवलपमेंट जो जम्मू कश्मीर में हो रही है उसमें कोई खलल ना डाल पाए। सो मैं अपील करना चाहूंगा सिविल सोसाइटी को, अपील करना चाहूंगा कश्मीरी अवाम को कि सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस का साथ दें, ताकि जो नेटवर्क है हम उसको डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकें। ये जो नेटवर्क है ये साइकिल ऑफ वायलेंस को लगातार अंजाम देना चाहता है। डीजीपी साहब के अलावा हमारे कोर कमांडर साहब, चिनार कोर के कमांडर साहब ने भी बार बार इस चीज को रिपीट किया है कि हम सब ने मिलके जो साइकिल ऑफ वायलेंस है उसको तोड़ना है। और साइकिल ऑफ वायलेंस को तोड़ने के 2 तरीके हैं, 2 पहलू हैं। एक, इस नेटवर्क को सपोर्ट देना बंद करना होगा ताकि इनोसेंट कश्मीरियों की जान ना जाए। और नंबर 2, जो इनको सपोर्ट करते हैं, जो आलीशान घरों में रहते हैं, जिनका इसमें सिर्फ पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, लोगों के बच्चों को एक्टिवेट करके उनको टेररिस्ट बनाते हैं। इस चीज को समझना बहुत जरूरी है। बड़ा दुख लगता है जब हम यंग लड़के जो घरों से चले जाकर तंजीम ज्वाइन करते हैं, जब उनके बूढ़े मां बाप रो के उनको वापसी की अपील की दुहाई देते हैं तो बड़ा बुरा लगता है। सो देयरफॉर जो सिस्टम एग्जिस्ट करता है उसको तोड़ना, नए लड़कों को रिक्रूट बनने से, तंजीम ज्वाइन करने से रोकना, ये 2 पहलू हैं जो अपने इस साइकिल ऑफ वायलेंस को बिल्कुल जड़ से उखाड़ने में मदद करेंगे। और जो ज्वाइंटमैनशिप हमारी ऑल लेवल्स पे है, बेशक वो एसओजी के साथ है या सीआरपीएफ के साथ है, ग्राउंड कमांडर्स जो हैं, आई थिंक जितने भी ऐसी कार्रवाइयां को अंजाम देने में को लोग सफल हुए थे, उन सबको हम इंट बेस्ड सर्जिकल ऑपरेशन द्वारा जल्द ही जल्द उनको खत्म करने में कामयाब होंगे। और लास्ट में अपील करना चाहता हूं कि लोकल जो टेररिस्ट हैं, जो लड़के लोगों ने गन उठाई है, पहले भी कोकमांड साहब, डीजी साहब अपील कर चुके हैं कि उनको नेशनल हिस्ट्री में लाने में हम उनकी मदद करेंगे। मैं भी फिर एक बात दोहराना चाहता हूं कि वो गन कल्चर को त्यागें, नेशनल मेन स्ट्रीम को ज्वाइन करें, और अगर वो ऐसा नहीं करते तो मैं आश्वासन देता हूं कि उनका भी अंजाम वही होगा जो कल इन 3 टेररिस्ट का हुआ है। थैंक यू।
Well, live visuals there coming from Jammu and Kashmir, where DGP Police Dilbagh Singh was talking about the encounter that took place earlier in this day. Well, coming back to that story there, you know, India continues to witness a decline in. Well, once again, let's head back to that press conference that's currently on.
जारी किया था, आप लोग देखे होंगे पोस्टर, पूरा डिटेल दिया मिलिटेंट को, रिवार्ड शो किया गया, आवाम की तरफ से बहुत सपोर्ट आया, बहुत खबर आते रहा उनके मूवमेंट के बारे में। ठीक है कि पुलिस ने उसको पिन पॉइंट किया, लेकिन इसमें लोगों का बहुत सहयोग मिला। मैं आवाम को शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं कि आपने पुलिस को सपोर्ट किया ऐसे कातिल को मरवाने में। दूसरी बात है, इसका एस्पेक्ट ये भी है कि ये मिलिटेंट किस घर में था, ये सोचने वाली बात है। इसे मैं बार बार कहता हूं कि मिलिटेंट फैमिली मेंबर जो है अपने आप को सुधार ले। नसीर उद्दीन जो मिलिटेंट था, जो हंदवाड़ा में लाश से मारा गया था, जो बहुत सारे सीआरपी को 6 सीआरपी वाले पर अटैक किया, जिसमें हमारे सीआरपी के 6 जवान शहीद हुए थे, उन बहुत सारे नसीर लॉन्ग, उसके घर में था मिलिटेंट। तो मैं मिलिटेंट के फैमिली मेंबर से यह आग्रह करता हूं कि अपने घर में मिलिटेंट को पनाह नहीं दे। फिर आप बोलते हैं कि पुलिस उनको जाती करती है, पकड़ती, पूछताछ करती है। ये एविडेंस कल का एविडेंस है, इनकाउंटर उनके घर में हुआ, मिलिटेंट छिपा हुआ था। तीसरा एस्पेक्ट जो यूथ को खराब कर रहे हैं वो है नार्को ट्रेडिंग का। आप देखते हैं कि सोपूर जो है हब है, नार्को बहुत वहां सब्सटेंस मिलता है पूरा। एसएसपी बारामूला ने बहुत सारे मॉड्यूल को बस्ट किया है, कुपवाड़ा भी हुआ, 2 मेजर नार्को टेरर मॉड्यूल को बस्ट किया गया। मैं यूथ से अपील करता हूं कि नार्कोटिक्स से दूर हटे। उनके पेरेंट्स से भी अपील करना चाहता हूं कि अपने बच्चों पर पेरेंटल कंट्रोल रखिए। बच्चे क्या करता है नहीं करता ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी है, ये पुलिस लॉ एनफोर्समेंट एजेंसी की काम नहीं है। हमारा काम तब होता है जब आप क्राइम करते हैं, जब आपके बच्चा क्राइम करता है तब मेरा ड्यूटी होता है। लेकिन उससे पहले क्या हो रहा है, इसके लिए पेरेंट्स जिम्मेदार है, सोसाइटी जिम्मेदार है, नेबर्स जिम्मेदार है। आप मीडिया फ्रेंड्स का भी ये ड्यूटी बनता है कि ये आवाम को, खास यूथ को एजुकेट करे, ये बात फैलाए, नार्को टेररिज्म में नहीं पड़े, टेररिज्म को छोड़े। क्योंकि देखिए ना, अगर इंसिडेंट होता है, ग्रेनेड थ्रो होता है, जैसे सोपूर का था, हमारे 2 सिविलियन ही मारे गए पुलिस पर अटैक हुआ। तो ये जो हम लोग सिलसिला शुरू किए हैं, तो आवाम से मांगते हैं, हेल्प मांगते हैं, पोस्टर डाल के, इसमें बात को आप लोग फैलाए, ये आवाम को आप लोग अपील करें। ऐसे जो कल्पिट्स हैं, जो सोसाइटी में डिस्टर्बेंस करना चाहते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ पुलिस सिक्योरिटी फोर्स वाले साइड होते हैं, सिविलियन भी जा रहे हैं, उनका भी लॉस हो रहा है। आप में से कोई खुला करता है, हो कहीं ग्रेनेड हो जाए, आप में से कोई कुछ हो सकता है। ये सबके लिए चैलेंजिंग है। तो आप सब मिलकर काम करें और सोसाइटी में एक ऐसा फीलिंग डालें कि जो टेररिज्म है ये पूरे सोसाइटी के लिए हार्मफुल है, सिर्फ सिक्योरिटी फोर्स पुलिस के लिए नहीं है। ये लड़ाई सोसाइटी वर्सेस टेररिस्ट का होना चाहिए। थैंक यू। अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो सर लेंगे आप लोग।
सर अभी तक इस साल के अंदर 2 इनकाउंटर में 2 फॉरेन टेररिस्ट मारे गए हैं और इंसिडेंटली दोनों ही सोपोर के इनकाउंटर्स में मारे गए हैं। दोनों ही लश्कर तौबा के थे, जिससे ये तो साफ है कि फॉरेन टेररिस्ट अभी मौजूद है। दूसरा ये भी है कि अभी फॉरेन टेररिस्ट थोड़ा लाई लो कर रहा है, फासले पे रह रहा है। हमारे पास उनके नाम, नंबर, डिटेल सब कुछ है, जिसके मुताबिक ऑपरेशन हमारे लॉन्च हो रहे हैं। ये बात जरूर है कि अभी इस साल में जो इन्फिल्ट्रेशन है वो बड़ी सख्ती से चेक हुई है और उसमें दोनों तरफ जो सीज फायर वायलेशन की अंडरस्टैंडिंग काफी हाई लेवल पे हुई, उसका भी एक बहुत अच्छा असर, पॉजिटिव असर देखने को मिला है, जिसको हम वेलकम करते हैं। मगर ये अभी मानना कि फॉरेन टेररिस्ट नहीं है, ये अभी गलत होगा। अभी ठीक-ठाक तादाद उनकी अवेलेबल है और हमारे ऑपरेशन आने वाले टाइम में उनको टारगेट करते रहेंगे। जी
सर, we have seen there have been some increased attacks in United States. PRF is has been involved in several target killings. How do we at present are present in Srinagar city? This has been a challenge to monitor Srinagar city, and how are you going to deal with this?
Srinagar city as such is no big presence of terrorists, but we have a couple of people who have gone active and they are moving around on the outskirts of Srinagar city, and they also go to the neighboring districts. Our police is watchful and we have been tracking them wherever they move. That's the fact that one or two incidents in Srinagar city have taken place. That is possible in the kind of scenario that we have in the big cities where lots of movement takes place and you can't filter every moment 100%. But our int is quite strong, and I'm sure, and I assure you, that in the near future, very soon, we're going to get some more good operations around Srinagar city.
सर, अगर यात्रा होगी तो जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस की क्या प्रिपरेशन है अगर यात्रा होगी?
देखिए, सिक्योरिटी के लिहाज से हम लोग अपनी जो बेसिक ऑपरेटर सिक्योरिटी का वी हैव पुट इट इन प्लेस, वी हैव प्रिपेयर्ड, एंड रेस्ट आई थिंक श्राइन बोर्ड इज द राइट अथॉरिटी टू मेक फॉर एनी कमेंट ऑन दैट.
Sir, day before policemen was shooting, sir, any dates who was behind that?
Sorry, say again.
Sir, policeman was killed in Sir, any dates?
Well, live visuals there of the Jammu and Kashmir DGP Police Dilbagh Singh briefing the media with regards to the NACO module that's been busted and close to 45 crores worth of arms, and along with that drugs being captured there. And he talks about many more encounters being expected and infiltration being very much kept in check in Jammu and Kashmir. Well, moving on now to the next story. Well, India continues to witness a decline in the daily new cases of COVID-19. In the last 24 hours, the country reported 53,256 new cases, which is the lowest in 88 days. The active caseload has declined to 7,02,887. Daily recoveries continue to outnumber the daily new cases for the 39th consecutive day. As many as 78,190 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours. So far, a total of 2,88,44,199 patients have recovered across the country. The recovery rate in India has increased to 96.36%. The daily positivity rate has been less than 5% for the 14th subsequent day and currently stands at 3.83%. Weekly positivity rate also remains below 5% and is now currently at 3.32%. The country continues to vaccinate its population under the nationwide vaccination drive. On Sunday, as many as 30,39,996 people were vaccinated. Of this, more than 27,62,000 people got their first dose of vaccine, while over 2,77,000 received their second dose. A total of 28,36,898 vaccine doses have been administered so far. The central government continues to provide COVID vaccines through free of cost channel and through direct state procurement category to states and union territories. In total, over 29 crore 35 lakh vaccine doses have been provided to states and union territories so far. Of this, the total consumption including wastage is around 26 crore 36 lakh. Over 2 crore 98 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses are still available with the states and union territories to be administered. Furthermore, over 2,310 lakh vaccine doses are in the pipeline and will be received by the states and union territories within the next 3 days. Well, testing for COVID-19 vaccines have further been ramped up in the country. On Sunday, 13,88,699 samples were tested for the virus. The country has so far tested a total of 39,24,07,782 samples to date. Well, moving on to our next segment, that's National Prime. Well, yoga is a unique gift of India to the world. Yoga refers to the fusion of body, mind and spirit. By practicing it, we could lead a holistic life and spread positivity in the society. Greetings to everyone on the 7th International Day of Yoga. President Ramnath Kovind has extended greetings on International Day of Yoga. In a tweet, the President said, and I quote, "Our NCC's vision of bringing mind, body together to achieve holistic health and happiness has benefited millions over millennia. One of India's greatest gifts to the world, it can be especially helpful during COVID-19. On the occasion of International Day of Yoga, Vice President and his spouse Usha Naidu performed yoga at their residence. In a message, the Vice President said that this year's theme, Yoga for Well-being, reflects the need to practice yoga regularly for our holistic wellness, as yoga improves both our physical and mental health.
My greetings to all Indians on the occasion of International Yoga Day. Yoga should be part of our life. It will not only help us physically, mentally, but it will also enhance the strength of the country. So I appeal to the people, make yoga as part of your daily life.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that today, when the entire world is fighting against COVID-19 pandemic, yoga has become a ray of hope. In his virtual address to the Yoga Day program, the Prime Minister said that for 2 years now, no public event has been organized in India or the world, but enthusiasm for yoga has not gone down.
आज जब पूरा विश्व कोरोना महामारी का मुकाबला कर रहा है, तो योग उम्मीद की एक किरण भी बना हुआ है। 2 वर्ष से दुनिया भर के देशों में और भारत में भले ही बड़ा सार्वजनिक कार्यक्रम आयोजित नहीं हुआ हो, लेकिन योग दिवस के प्रति उत्साह जरा भी कम नहीं हुआ है।
Prime Minister Modi said that Yoga for Wellness theme for this year has encouraged people even more to perform yoga. He wished that every country, every society and every person remains healthy. May all come together and become each other's strength.
कोरोना के बावजूद इस बार की योग दिवस की थीम योगा फॉर वेलनेस ने करोड़ों लोगों में योग के प्रति उत्साह को और भी बढ़ाया है। मैं आज योग दिवस पर यह कामना करता हूं कि हर देश, हर समाज और हर व्यक्ति स्वस्थ हो, सब एक साथ मिलकर एक दूसरे की ताकत बने।
During COVID, several studies are going on researching on the benefits of yoga on our mind and immunity. The Prime Minister said that today yoga and breathing exercises are being done at the beginning of online classes, which is helping children in fighting the virus.
आजकल हम देखते हैं कई स्कूलों में ऑनलाइन क्लासेस की शुरुआत में 10-15 मिनट बच्चों को योग प्राणायाम कराया जा रहा है। ये कोरोना से मुकाबले के लिए भी बच्चों की शारीरिक रूप में तैयारी कर रहा है।
The Prime Minister said that M-Yoga app will be available worldwide, terming it as another important step by India. Prime Minister Modi added that this will help us achieve our One World, One Health motto.
जब भारत ने यूनाइटेड नेशंस में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस का प्रस्ताव रखा था, तो उसके पीछे यही भावना थी कि योग विज्ञान पूरे विश्व के लिए सुलभ हो। आज इस दिशा में भारत ने यूनाइटेड नेशंस WHO के साथ मिलकर एक और महत्वपूर्ण कदम उठाया है। अब विश्व को एम योगा ऐप की शक्ति मिलने जा रही है। इस ऐप में कॉमन योगा प्रोटोकॉल के आधार पर योग प्रशिक्षण के कई वीडियोस दुनिया की अलग-अलग भाषाओं में उपलब्ध होंगे।
Minister of State for Ayush, Kiran Rijiju, joined the national lead event on International Day of Yoga. He extended greetings to everyone around the world and said that the Ayush Ministry has partnered with other ministries, organizations, health institutes, local communities and experts to spread the message and practice of yoga.
Focusing on International Day of Yoga observance this year, the Ministry of Ayush continues to play a pivotal role to raise the profile of yoga and strives to make it accessible in every village, every home. Adapting rapidly, the ministry has launched a variety of digital tools, free yoga resources, training sessions and certification drives. The ministry has also partnered with other ministries, organizations, educational institutions, local communities and experts to disseminate the message and practice of yoga.
Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar today practiced yoga at his Delhi residence. In a tweet, he said, "Morning shows the day and yoga morning brightens the day with positive energy. Make yoga a part of daily routine." On the occasion of International Day of Yoga, the Ministry of Culture organized a special drive named Yoga and Indian Heritage at 75 cultural heritage locations. The drive was part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav campaign and witnessed active participation of all institutions or bodies of the ministry. Considering the current situation of the pandemic, the number of participants for yoga was restricted to 20 at each site. Several prominent people also took part in the programs organized at these locations. ITBP personnel performed yoga at various locations across Ladakh, Himachal, Chhattisgarh, besides others. The personnel performed yoga while maintaining social distancing amid the COVID-19 crisis. In total, the spirit of Himveer can be summed up in the visuals we see now. An ITBP officer performing a Surya Namaskar at 18,000 feet in Ladakh amidst minus temperatures. BSF personnel also performed yoga asanas at various places across the country, including at the border outpost in Rajasthan, on the Indo-Pak border, Silchar, Jammu besides others. Indian Navy personnel also perform yoga. Some were seen practicing yoga on INS Shardul that is heading back from the Persian Gulf as part of the Operation Samudra Setu 2 deployment. Also, Indian Navy personnel on board INS Arawat and deployed at Cam Ranh in Vietnam performed yoga. The world participates with ever-growing enthusiasm on the occasion of 7th International Day of Yoga. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar tweeted a video showing people practicing yoga in various countries. Well, in Midday Prime, it's time now to get you all the news and buzz from the world of business. Well, I've got my colleague Tanvi standing by. Tanvi, there seems to be a total 360-degree swing when it comes to the stock markets today. Over to you.
Right, Anil, markets don't seem to amaze us, right? So there has been a 360-degree shift, as you mentioned. So after ruling weak in morning deals, the domestic stock markets recovered, lost ground in afternoon trade on Monday. So the Sensex at the BSE had gained 155 points, or 0.3% to 52,500 in afternoon deals a short while ago. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange was up just 42 points, or 0.3% at 15,725. In the broader market, the BSE mid-cap index rose 0.4% and the small cap index added 0.5%. The top index gainers so far are Adani Ports, NTPC, Ultratech Cement and Asian Paints with gains of between 0.7% and 5.8%. The top index losers so far are UPL, Tata Motors, Hindalco and Wipro with losses of between 1.8 and 4.7%. Other key Asian markets fell on Monday after last week's surprise hawkish shift by the US Federal Reserve or central bank, reducing the attractiveness of riskier assets. So MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan slipped 1.4%. Japan's Nikkei 225 index plunged 3.3%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng index dropped 1.2% and South Korea's Kospi shed 0.8%. China's Shanghai Composite Index was trading flat. Back home at the forex market, the rupee depreciated 34 paise against the dollar in early trade on Monday amid a stronger American currency. Later, the rupee remained weak and had depreciated 27 paise to 74 rupees 13 paise against the dollar in afternoon deals. At the multi-commodity exchange, gold had gained 294 rupees to 47,022 rupees per 10 grams and silver had added 333 rupees to 67,931 rupees per kilo. And lastly, shifting our attention to the global energy market, global crude oil prices rose on Monday amid strong demand during the US summer driving season and a pause in talks to revive the Iran nuclear deal that could indicate a delay in resumption of supplies from the OPEC producer. So Brent crude oil gained 35 cents or 0.5% to $73.86 a barrel. US oil gained 41 cents or 0.6% to $72.05 a barrel. Global crude oil prices have risen for the past 4 weeks amid optimism over the pace of global vaccinations and a pickup in the US summer travel. So with that, it's a wrap on Business Prime for the moment. Anand, back to you.
Thank you, Tanvi. Well, let's now shift focus and take a look at what's making news across the globe. United States' new top envoy for North Korea has said in Seoul that he looks forward to a positive response soon on dialogue from North Korea. The U.S. Special Representative for North Korea, Sung Kim, is in South Korea for a 5-day visit amid an impasse on the denuclearization talks with Pyongyang, while no word of any planned efforts to contact the North. Kim arrived on Saturday, a day after North Korean state media reported that the leader urged preparation for both dialogue and confrontation with the United States, particularly the latter. Kim, who doubles as ambassador to Indonesia, had back-to-back meetings with South Korea's top nuclear envoy, as well as a trilateral session involving his Japanese counterpart, Takehiro Funakoshi. 10 people, including 9 girls, were killed when a bus and other vehicles slammed together on a rain-drenched Alabama highway during tropical storm Claudette. Disaster struck as many as 15-passenger van was returning from a beach vacation driven by Tallapoosa Ranch director, the only survivor on board, who suffered serious injuries and was later hospitalized. The cause of the crash on the Interstate Highway 65 between Greenville and Fort Deposit, which was awash from the powerful storm, is under investigation. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and Chairman of Afghanistan's High Council for National Reconciliation, Abdullah Abdullah, are set to visit the United States next week to meet President Joe Biden. According to a statement, the visit by President Ghani and Dr. Abdullah will highlight the enduring partnership between the United States and Afghanistan as the military drawdown continues. The meet comes amid a dramatic surge in violence in Afghanistan amid the withdrawal of U.S. troops. Taliban has increased its spring offensive and attempted to siege more areas. The United States said that it is committed to supporting the Afghan people by providing diplomatic, economic and humanitarian assistance to support the Afghan people, including Afghan women, girls and minorities. Well, a quick look at updates on COVID-19 from across the world. More than 17 crore 92 lakh people have tested positive for COVID-19 so far. The number of recoveries stand above 16 crore 38 lakhs. The deadly virus has claimed the lives of more than 38 lakh 82,000 people worldwide. United States continues to remain the worst affected from COVID-19, both in terms of infections as well as fatalities. As many as 3 crore 44 lakh people have tested positive in the country for the virus. More than 6 lakh 17,000 people have died from COVID-19 in the United States of America. Well, it's time now to get you all the buzz from the world of sports. Well, first up, the Board of Control for Cricket in India, that's BCCI, has on Sunday pledged a donation of 10 crore rupees for the training and preparation of the country's Olympic-bound athletes who have qualified for the Games. The decision was taken at the BCCI's Emergent Apex Council meeting, which was attended by both President Saurav Ganguly and Secretary Jai Shah. The Summer Olympics is scheduled to be held in Tokyo from the 23rd of July to the 8th of August. The Apex Council has also decided to form a committee to look into the issue of compensation for Indian domestic cricketers for the domestic season 2020 and 2021. Office bearers of BCCI have been asked to form the committee and to find a suitable compensatory mechanism for domestic cricketers at the earliest. Well, India and New Zealand will face off on the 4th day of the ongoing World Test Championship final. On the 3rd day, the Black Caps battle through India's constant pressure to close the day at 101 for 2, 116 runs behind in Southampton. Earlier, India began the day in a good position at 146 for 3, but lost captain Virat Kohli LBW to Kale Jamieson for 44. Jamieson took a super 5-wicket haul for 31 runs, including the wickets of Ishant Sharma and Jasprit Bumrah in consecutive deliveries. New Zealand opener Devin Conway and Tom Latham then gritty repelled India's attack. In the day's closing moments, Ishant Sharma helped India stage a comeback by prizing the wicket of left-hander Conway for 54, 2 balls before the players were taken off the field for bad light. More rain is forecast for the day, which may prevent either side being able to force a win, even with the addition of the 6th day. In Euro 2020, Italy and Wales have qualified for the round of 16 from Group A. Italy won all their matches in the group stage and has qualified as table toppers with 9 points from 3 matches, while Wales finished the group in second spot with 4 points. Switzerland were unlucky as they also ended the group level matches with 4 points to their credit, but are in the third place in the group after considering goal difference. In the last day matches of Group A, Italy defeated Wales 1-0. Matteo Pessina scored for the Azzurris in the 39th minute. Wales attempted to fight back, received the blow when they were cut down to 10 players after defender Ethan Namperu was sent off in the 55th minute. In the second match of Group A, Switzerland defeated Turkey 3-1 to keep their round of 16 hopes alive. Zedin Shaqiri scored twice for the Swiss team, while Haris Seferovic scored 1 goal. Irfan Kaveki scored the consolation goal for the Turkish side. Turkey ended the Euro campaign without a single point against their name. Even though they finished third in the group, Switzerland still can reach the round of 16 as one of the 4 best third-placed finishers. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of Midday Prime. But before we leave you with a video of the 7th International Day of Yoga. Take a look, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.
तुझे नमस्ते धरती तुझे नमन शुक्रिया वायु तेरा धन्यवाद गगन कोश कोश का अभिनंदन श्वास श्वास में हो चंदन